So Saturday morning cartoons, the reason why I did a different format and didn't put the songs at the end was because Saturday morning cartoons, I think people thought that it was a remix show, but really Saturday morning cartoons is a creative process show. So it just happened to be that the first season, during the creative process of watching me create those songs, you happen to get free songs out of it at the end. Because I was doing remixes and I wouldn't be able to sell those or put those out anyway, so I just gave the songs away almost as I wanted to do Saturday morning cartoons as like a half mixtape between formerly known and Heroes for Sale. So this time around, you still get to track the creative process with me, except now the creative process is for an EP that I'm creating. So yeah, that just happened to be what it is. So hopefully there'll be a Saturday morning cartoon season 3 and 4, and the creative process will be on whatever endeavor I'm doing, whether it be, I don't know, clothing or working on my album instead of an EP, If you watch, and I think it's in maybe the second episode, we did a brand briefing. We were just talking through concepts, and we came up with the title Neverland. And I like Neverland because it's twofold. One, Neverland is, as a kid growing up, Peter Pan, Captain Hook, watching that movie. I mean, that was like my favorite. I watched it the other day with my pastor's son, and it was his first time watching it and my first time watching it in a long time. And man, I felt like tears welling up in me as like my childhood. I remember pieces from my childhood, and I love that movie so much. I used to watch it all the time. And so I love Neverland because in the story of Peter Pan and Captain Hook, Neverland was a place that Peter Pan would go to, and to get there he had to think happy thoughts, right? He was able to fly. He was able to, by using his imagination and being like a child, he was able to fly and take himself to Neverland. And Neverland had no clocks there, because you never grew up in Neverland, and it was like an eternal state of youngness and childlikeness. And I think in the same way God kind of calls us to that, to use our imagination and to believe like a child would, and we get to be in Neverland through that. So I like that aspect, that idea, playing with that concept, but at the same time, Neverland is to your feet to never hit the ground. And I think one day, we're going to spend an eternity with God. He's going to take us to heaven with him, and our feet will never land. And so it's kind of dual concept. Yeah, there's a digital cover and a physical limited edition cover, and they're both super dope to me. I think I can't choose between which one I like. Ask the fans, what do you like? I know I'm getting like Illuminati comments all over the place about these covers, which is absurdity, but symbolism for some people is, I don't know, they relate it to the occult and conspiracy theories and stuff like that, and sometimes their culture, their background, or what they've been taught, or their experiences with quote-unquote symbols has led them to believe certain things. But I think God has created all things. They belong to him, and it depends on how you see them. You know what I'm saying? So you can see a gun as a thing that kills people and it's wicked, or you can see it as a weapon that protects you, or that helps us kill, hunt animals that we'd be able to survive and live with. So it just depends on how you see things, and I hope that people will be slower to judge and quicker to assume the best, or if they do have concerns, that they'd be less quick to vocalize them than they are to pray about them. I think I really like Paganini. That song's super fun. It's just me, Cannon, and KB just going off, and we're having lots of fun with that record. I'm gonna say Paganini for now.
Rapzilla.com